Hello friends, and this is welcome to the Python tutorial, and this is our second class. In the first class, we have learned variable, global variable, casting, data types. Now we are going to talk about strings in detail in Python language. So suppose if you want to print Python, how will you do that without a variable? So just use print function and put the value, string value as inside the double quotes like hello. If I print this value, let's do that, just run this code. So can you see that this hello will be our output? This is so it runs two times by default or by due to the error in Visual Studio. So I'm right now running or using Visual Studio to run Python. So if you don't know how to run Python in Visual Studio, you can watch the video given the description link. So you can go just directly watch that video. If you want to start Python in Visual Studio. So now, if I want to use a variable to store a string, how will I do that? Just just declare any variable and put the value inside that variable or store the value. So you can just have to just put the string into double quotes. So like hello, or I am going to tell you welcome to Python tutorial. Fine. And now if I run this code, oh, sorry, I just want to print this value. So how will I do that? Just use print function and put the variable inside it. Now I'm going to run this code again. And as you can see, this is our output. Welcome to Python tutorial. Fine. Now what can we do? How can we use a string as array? Now, one next topic is how can we use a string as array. So basically, a string is actually an array. So if I declare any string, suppose hello world, and this is basically actually a string, and string can be used as an array. How can we do that? Suppose I want to use any character of this array. So one, so suppose I want to use e. So indexing of the string, it start with 0 and then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5. So you can see e located at one index. So if I want to call or if I want to print e, how will I do that? I have to use array name, then square bracket, and then put the index where the character lies or where the character actually located. So just put the value of the basically put the index of the character. So if I put 1 here, so what will be the output? Let's see. And as you can see, the output will be e because at one index e lies. So you can see if I put 5 here, so what will be the output? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So w will be the output. And as you can see, so basically array string can be used as an array, and then we can manipulate the string according to our requirement. So we can also use uh, we can also print our string as an array. How can we do that? Suppose I can use the for loop, and x is an element, and in then I'm going to iterate my string. So like apple. Fine. And just terminate this loop. Now I'm going to print x one by one. So basically, x will iterate one by one in apple string. So first of all, it will print a, then p, then l, then e. It will print one by one each character. So how will I do? Let's run this code again and see what will be the output. And as you can see, let me run it again. So you can see the output will be APPLE. Got it? So it will iterate each character of the Apple string one by one. Now, if I want to calculate the string length, how will I do that? So suppose there is a string plus a is equal to apple. Fine. And I want to calculate the length of apple string. How will I do that? I'm going to use len function. Len is a function that returns apple string length. So just put the string inside the len function, and let's run this code. And as you can see, the output will be 5 because the length of the string apple will be 5, because 5 characters are in apple string. Fine. And now what can we do? So now there is a one more keyword in the Python for a string, is that if I want to check whether a word is whether the word is lie in the sentence or not, or whether the word basically in the sentence or not. So suppose I have a sentence here, and the best things in life are free. Fine. So this is my sentence, and I want to check whether the life lies. I want to check the life string is in the sentence or not. Fine. So how will I do that? So we can use in keyword. So if I, where is the actually cursor now? So if I just need to use in for keyword. How is that I'm going to use that? So just have to suppose I want to check live string whether it is in the sentence or not. So first of all, the string that we are going to check, and then in keyword, fine, and then the whole sentence. So the whole sentence stored in text variable, txt variable. Fine. So it will basically, let me run this code, and then we'll talk about it later. And it will print the boolean value. Boolean basically true and false value. So whether the live string in the sentence or not. Understood? So now next thing we are going to talk about is if. Now we are going to use if keyword to check condition in a string. How will I do that? So suppose the sentence will be the same, the text will be the same. Now I'm going to check. So now I'm going to use if keyword, and you must be aware, if you have used various language, if is a keyword that basically checks a condition. So suppose, since I am going to check whether life life in text. Fine. Whether life string is in the sentence text. So now just put the colon here. Now, if it is present, I'm going to print this statement. Yes, life is present. Got it? So if lie present in text sentence, it will print this statement. So let's run this code again. And as you can see, yes, life is present. Understood. So we can use if condition to check, if keyword to check and conditions. So now what can we do? We have another option, which is not keyword, not in keyword. First of all, we have used in keyword whether the string is in the sentence. Now we are going to check use not in. So how will I do that? So I'm going to use print and whether the best is in the string or not. Whether the best string is in the sentence or not. So is sorry not so not and then in not in txt, whether the best word not in txt. Let's check it out. So so as you can see, it is telling me false because best is already there. If I used other word which is not in the sentence, like most, let's see. True, because most is not in the sentence. Understood? So we can also use in, not in if keyword or if condition. So how will I do that? If best, best, oh sorry, I am going to use most here. Most not in txt variable, and just put the colon here, and I'm going to print the value uh, no most keyword. So I'm going to use quotes here. Most is not in or not present. Fine. Just run this command, or sorry, execute this code. Now you can see the no most is not present. Got it? So we have learned so far how to print string, how to store a string in a variable, how to iterate a string in for loop, or what we have learned, how to use in keyword, and how to use string as an array. Fine. And how to check whether the string is in any sentence or any text. Fine. Basically, it is just for the search method. So if you want to make any search application, this keyword can be very useful, but it can be very slow because we can use other options to search. So yeah, now in the next video we'll talk about more. We are going to talk about more methods in strings like slicing, modifying, concatenate, and format strings, escape, and string methods, and then we'll finish with strings. Got it? Thanks for watching. Bye bye.